And to modus operandi say bia normally almost 30 free a cry ya blacklist from dada e bia Venezuela Panama and South Korean islands never hon cocaine no o scan ontimi fa nko direct to UK ontimi fa nko direct e bia US. It's what they do in say plane no a 2 free island hona e say ya nechi let me so be 5 days 10 days 12 days neso planes ni e koba na ebu akwa plane fufuro timi ba na o ma swap e normal na plane fufuro e de ko why do best o plane na be so 10 days 12 days 15 days and call baby for you know no ayedwuma wi ayeko
to a BT system but
using system but to me sell area for kwa chenye ndis for a o ma so ma no a o mo di area team for atem
becoming disgraceful
very country
to the country. Why? Not MPP, not NDC.
But why?
All this intelligence that we have. Yeah, a funny country that we cannot see through. This is what has happened in this country. Then a whole country for the past 10 days is back and forth. Playing this year, playing NC, playing the buy, playing this one. Where times that the NDC pointed out certain flights that has gotten to this country, and they were ordering and directed in opposition. Directing the intelligence units to ensure that this matter does not lie. Why? What has changed? So what is there that we are hiding?
100 days Nelson. So no me koso wiemo cocaine hun sema koso termination of appointments koso galanse hun sema koso no. O my yakase ye twa 100 days na beso a na ye great disservice to the country.
When you say no more cost, because Kwesi Ankasa submissions and an admission by our president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, giving the directives for a team to be formed to look into these matters. On the issue about terminations, there are reasons Omar signing to one revoke or more terminate. On the issue of Galamsey, now if you go through even the dailies for today, it's been described as a terrorist approach, attack approach in Famomuzi. Let's see them as terrorists because so clearly, it's not just the government sitting unconcerned, but government is making a move. What makes you worry at this point?
Ghana, you Pekube Minu and Kanka, the funny Pekube Miensa. And can't buy about 200 my only say on Kofubu ha only the Oyendisney into about to be a tobacco, a do about Twaba. Your Kofubu so ha or me NPP for about to be about to be a do about Twaba. And your Kofubu or my omotog or Memhan or Montwaba. Only say was her. Share Osha Ghana, a registered voter. Your electoral commission to edu to the twaba over 18,774,000 and was oka enkofo a omoto abama NPP ni NDC nyina boma in terms of percentage about 61%. So even with the register no kran there about 39% omanto aba for whatever reasons omuneni obu a won to aba obu okra wonje aba ni mi ni nyina ndi obu okra na bamabu ena offer NDC about win in terms of percentage of the registered voter. So that's 6,591,790. No? It represents just 35% of the registered voters. So my Osha, you were about 65% are more registered voters now. Either say Omo to NPP or man to amend this or man to Aba. Who form the majority? So but whatever be the case, whether NDC Abani a small minority in the voter register or say omoye diembe yakotwaba, omo de do ma na show musem. It assembly e fa oma hu bia no. Say bi enya NDC nkwa ne he omo. Your NPP a you opposition a say you responsible opposition party a emema aban no normal wo ye no e be so ni. Ene o muso a omo nya NPP for moto ase de make man to aba. Tasem bi e be fa man hu bi e be koso bia no e ya de a hia Ghana for. Hwe e ko balance About him. 1st April, and a minority caucus, era Ntim Koduah, one in a ranking member of Defense and Interior, a year press conference. Press conference, away, you know, or the normal bear me and son in the Tuga. It kind. Or say, Osha 9th February 2025. National Security, Eddie Funi, cameraman, Eddie Omochi, Elko, warehouse, be a Sapiman. Omukwa, no, Omukwa, 12 20-footer containers. 20-footer container, no, Baku mienu miensa 12. Now gold bar, suspected gold bars, a woman. Good, you're molding into basa, a woho. So gold, so you're molding into basa, it means one thing for export. And now, unspecified amount of money, cash, sika, kesi pa yokoe. Infonimu yidua, obiye hu sa de na ekoso no. Kwasi odi kan busa say from February ebesi samre no. Aban national security om prepare om koye modwuma om ye ekotwa mfoni ekoye bibia no yente om ka ti akosisen. That was the first question obisa. The second question was obisa and say yakohu cocaine otonwa on the street value no bako secondi ye otonwa sa cocaine hu second otonwa ye $150 million ana bako mko hu Cape Coast eno so ye $350 million what can it mean buma $500 million worth of cocaine and normal yako eno so yente bibia mfraban ho etihwemu ekos akosisen asa na wode third one neighbor say ewiem hyemienu bi aba bisu o member baako private plane or say private jet a friend Koduah air private jet mekano Antonov AN 112B abisi o member ebisi o member 12 March in the free Ghana 25th March which my about 13 days and was say another plane air mid flight N823 AM and also be see Ghana 20th March in the free Ghana so 25th March or further explain it say Osha air mid flight nearby ABC Ghana hano. Time free Ghana ha 1 AM on the 25th of March. And private jet Koduah Air no also free Ghana ha 6:30 AM on the 25th of March, the same day. Then he made a very serious allegation or gave serious information. He said flight ni mi enu nyina no if you island be a Spain a friend Gran Canaria my opama wo umrantie no engongo sa Gran Canaria ho edin ewo hwe ewiase nyina wo hwe baabi a omudi sumasidwa a friend money laundering as kasamudwa na say enumone ye topa wo ho no e o sa island e ka ho na place too no wasini nyina na free Gran Canaria no e na ba Ghana jaban ehwehwem ampa sebi mebo mampeni ma baso menka se me general secretary NPP ti o mampeni ya de bia ya mo na baso in fact o ye adwuma se o mampeni e de beto abonten se asema Ntim Koduah honorable Ntim Koduah reverend e kano sebi security agencies e wo ho nakoko National Security, National Investigation Bureau, NIB, Police, any airport aviation, Yaman Cambo. She word ni. No more in Cambo, no more yet. You must say, be a semi wakano. You bet my shishumu in your home. If it's on Besson appearance, Yabeka say, Ghana, acquire baby, and comforting the bonnet eba. ɛne sɛ nkɔfoɔ de sika bi a sɛ bi amfa kwa papa so bɛba enti ɔmo nhwɛ no mu siesie ebiem to aid asama ɔmampani kan ana Reverend Ntim Fodjo etro krata through Committee on Defense and Interior say ɛne saa de a sɛ bɛyɛ adwuma ne bɛyɛ mbrɛ na nyɛ den no ɔman yɛ invite joint security for ne nyinaa mombra na ɔmɛtena ase na nsɛm no obia de chefa ɔwɔ mu no ɛne no ma ɔwɔ nyinaa yɛn tena ase ne yɛn ka wasɛm NDC for majority ɔmo wɔ parliament ɔmo se dɛrɛ ɔmo mpene ɛma saa joint security for no ɛmba parliament ɛmie busa ɔmo saa asɛm no efisɛ wohwɛ ma Committee on Defense and Interior ɔmo na ɛwɔ the supervisory role so ɔmo hwehwɛ aman sikasɛm aman defense bambɔ ho nsɛm nyinaa by enyuam NDC for ampene asɛm no hyɛ ase ɔkɔma hen NPP who say yɛn ka ho asɛm as a party yɛn ka ho asɛm then all of a sudden wohwɛ obi a ɔkasa ma ɔmampani Mahama president spokesperson kasa bi opani aka asɛm ɛde directive aba a subordinate bi a ɔhyɛ ase a ɔkasa ma no ɛnyɛ sɛ bi wadwene na ade kasa o wo take instructions from opani hɔ opani aba abɔnten aba bɛkasa ɔbaeɛ a abɛɛ committee ni nyantena ase ɛnka ho asɛm nka biribiara no na ɔbɛka nsɛm baako mmienu bi a tɛ sɛ adwuma security for no kwa bɛyɛ no obi bɛ sɛ you are interfering evidence ti asɛm a you are for to kwachi kan wɔsɛ planes 2 ampa ɛba Ghana first one na ɛyɛ private plane no ɛyɛ Antonov 12 VK no ɛyɛ efiri Rwanda ɛne Angola ɛna ɛba Ghana na according to Ofosu Kwachi wɔsɛ plane no adekonti a ɛba Ghana ha ne sɛ Rwanda ɛne Angola ɔmo ni Bruni lances bi efre RA3 certification ma kwan ma cargo planes etimi free Africa de call Europe na normal war plane no, according to him oil drilling machines or equipment and also plane all commodity call Europe. Second one was the air made no so bad Ghana no sa plane no esi Ghana nso if you want Rwanda ni Angola and eba na eno so si Ghana for refuel and after so staff are no more break na so mo home in both places ni nyina no ebesi Ghana no enya maintenance or challenges never say place won bibi essay e say question na yebu say ho ne say Honorable Ntim Fodjo say plane free Gran Canaria and a bag Ghana Street. Honorable Fellow Fuskachi say plane free Rwanda and Angola and a buy. Oman Kamenya Kayamfa map of Africa and to Efidino so. Nanko be answer. What question be a say Honorable Fuskachi to meet church Ghana for near Tiasia. Ocean map of Africa. Ocean baby a Rwanda eshe. Now she baby Angola esusuwa. Ni now she the right side of Africa, east side. In fact, Rwanda kwade eben Ethiopia, eben Kenya, and Angola susu ben South Africa. Era fosu kwa che kasano. When Timan say plane no ebia starting free Angola and the call Rwanda and Saneba Ghana. Now say if Rwanda and eba Angola as an eba Ghana. First one was say RA3 certificate. And the country are playing by Ntim eba Ghana and say ne certificate. Oman Oko Congo Angola omo airport bi omo sin friend Antonio Agostino Neto International Airport. Website be a friend VER Angola. Na say opeso nya fu e na check www.verangola.net. Oko website now as far back as November 7th, 2024. It gave history about sa airport no. Emane ka say sa RA3 certificate you are for to kwache catch say Rwanda ni Angola eni bi no. Angola enya sa certificate no 19 December 2023.
19 December 2023. Maybe he was not on top when Okasano.
Oh,
maybe. Maybe. Can you give me that benefit of the doubt? Maybe he was not on top. That they've acquired that certificate. So clearly what it means is that they were barred from those things stopping there. He's not gone back to check. So a lawyer.
On my back, a cancer said, Sebido Kayano, or him from so. And so far as on my back, no means me man the benefit of the doubt because I dare no at that one thing. Sebi, Oba catches, oh, they're my my mistake, then come in Metananka. But I'm a permanent no say. On Brabon team a cash. 2. And then the credit based on information I'm down, and then the credit because Angola was our certification. I am Makwama cargo, etimiko amount. Okay,
so I'm Pedro Meso, just get the minister for us to do that clarification. It's important because maybe man the benefit of the doubt say as of 2023
December 19th December.
Maybe he was not on top of that information. So it will be fair if that is the status
no problem.
For him to come
until
out.
India, the one Amaka.
Yeah.
And that 2. According to Ira Felix for Sukwachi, but say plane no Eco Europe, but any certification to never Ghana me boy. And I'm a man for to say Rwanda. Whether plane free Angola the call Rwanda if Angola na Rwanda the call Angola na ninya na remember on fatu. Ethiopia airport. All Africa ha one of the most busiest airports in Africa in Ethiopia. Omo RA3 certificate bi so many bi. We Ethiopia if you are Kenya. As you closer to Rwanda. Omo RA3 certificate bi na so many bi.
They have.
Enti ebeda na plane also a certification. Extra Ethiopia, atwa Kenya ho. Aba straight to Ghana. Say Ghana and there was a certification in him. In any case, so Uko Europa from Africa no okosoro mebo. Morocco, Egypt no, even Libya no. And sa Tunisia no, Algeria no. The same cloning you know say he did say they were for so kwache catch and sanetia. Argentina play no ankosoro to get closer to Europe to get certification. Name a free East Africa. A trema by West Africa, be see Ghana. You see, when you have your questions, sir, your person minister, no, ultimately change the movie.
Okay, so my opinion that's no. And you will say, yeah, General Secretary can. But still, I'm not getting your point. So you are suggesting that the information put out by the communications minister, no, government communications, any papa.
You see, my Sebi, position me crown. Me medra me kase papa ne papa but no more dey beto abontino ana pese yin interrogate na yebusa question say wakasa na emu no mebi wo ha ye nyanti ase to the brabe chichim ti say man bebusa nyina enkomo ne yedi eto so biem ofa second flight na eye mid na wo say e ba Ghana mo sister station my joy. Ebra you are for Sukwachi HH mono on 3rd April 2025. All my reasons no. SAT said made no and also free. Rwanda, Angola, and the BP Ghana. But Okase play no starting free Grand Canaries. Canary and a bar Ghana. At least for the first time no. You established said there's a certain island called Grand Canary. Now reason I play ne bahane say or say play no ebe roof welling. And now my staff na bread or mo jo ma home. O my unya minister busane say play ni free Ghana no e kon henfa. These are legitimate questions sir. Esi busano. Say play ni free Ghana no e kon henfa. Uye no free wa. Private jet na say a bag Ghana ha. Be nya fort. It's not had 13 days no. If free Ghana no, it's how ko hemfa because from asimo kache was say at the quality I plane this year and say no more per certification Ghana. Okay, after 13 days now, we see a plane in every year. No? What was the next destination of the plane? Dear Minister, so ultimate check Ghana. Say ampa onya certification of Ghana and they call Europe. Now say I call back to Grand Canaria. Where your questions are, you expect Minister no say obeti me abe ye ahwano ama Ghana for nyat. Ama yenya one say in the space of just about 3 getting to 4 months, NDC are buying a buy 3 different instances. Normal a Pia Barbon thing, okay, one sem second D, okay, one sem Cape Coast. Playing Abiso, or your fans say, and nobody information ye, but all your fans allegedly, okay, one sema, a say aba, I can wasem. Any supplement, no my kuhu. Share. Maybe a Ghana for ref. Oh my, as far back as in March 2014, the Chivela for a carry documentary. Unmidi omodo toso. Was a Ghana becoming a smuggling hub for drugs, computers, and weapons. 2014, the Chivela. Sad story now United Nations for NIA or more money Ghana. Said we videos with respect to Oba and Obasem. 2014, Ghana hire Ababa Webi Elfa 12.5 kilogram of cocaine. Edifa Ghana ye VIP. Huh? No sell crowd diplomatic passport. Sabi diplomatic passport. Or my who nkofo or me entitled diplomatic passport. Ediko History Airport. And then History Airport na me ofo no kwache na kwa the cocaine no koy. 2014. NPP Bam Ghana are signatories to 3 major international conventions and treaties. First one, the United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime, ANTOC. First, yes, I am member of the International Convention Against Illicit Traffic in Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances. Yes, I am member of Financial Action Task Force, FATF, on combating money laundering and terrorism financing. NPP Baban. Now, there's a Ghana, you didn't say, if I knew Bohon and you born any Sebi, Sika, Elfa, Council, I didn't for mouth for close. To the extent that Financial Action Task Force, label Ghana in the grey list. Say you label in the grey list that a chess or man, or Maya, Sebi, dream, Nubone, a foul manso, money laundering, a foul manso, even terrorists, it's me ball my bed or more palmoko, the secret in the poros. Emma, EU, listed Ghana as a high risk country. A high risk nature say, or Maya, yet be a kind and comforting Nubone, a fire memoko. It took NPP administration, and no count it, a mere day, money laundering, anti-money laundering act about 2020. A tighten collaboration between various agencies and international agencies, no. And Sana, year back 2022, no. And more from year free, sir, a grey list, no. Any high risk country, no bono con. O my, it's no maybe say SR static. In Abaya Sebi, NND, even 6 months.
The government is not concealing this information or throw it out there to ensure. That's why the national security took pressmen. Say, Mumedi echi, yenko head ye boy homodin asoman, ye chichisa, nyoma wina, say, ye expose, say, well, better I be an go. What then becomes your challenge? Because that's my worry. You see, this is a government that maybe Nana Montuno will come along with it. So, yeah.
And the question is, okay. What to me the cameraman, it's me quiet, sound no more when you now. And I did tell her, said, sad planes too near Bisuhon. What also prevented them, said, come off a cameraman could be a question. question you busane say what the sad two instances no sapima ho Ghana for say pursue nya update Cape Coast secondly sa gold cocaine ho asem ekun here worth $500 million they pursue ho asem na anya dem no cross a dream minister the Facebook war in an attempt to explain say air made plane nearby no na omo tie na say e ko twa plane bi a eno eye air made sa but number no eye N86
difference in numbers
864 AM and at the affair kan wasem no eye M823 AM and this plane na okutwa buy no if you find a buy
when you try
oh area for su kwache na the Facebook po edaw so we want to establish a sad plane no if you find and two the minister no ekas oh ebia plane na e buy ya e bebuade ho equipment buy and stand ebia no I'm giving the benefit of that oh me politicize the man ebia sad plane na e buy and non buy but unfortunately for him that picture na no plane na nipa ne da ase a wo fix time no sa N864 AM no na say bi wa okọ ma yare fo ojo no ewie umu na ya nyema ojo esi de kobasa eto hosusu ya de a say minister ne ba be chichim but you see o my emrem ye fe bibi preponderance of probability oh say ensemble ha possibilities and probabilities be a womb. And crime, now say cases be a bar. Would mean not direct evidence, say, Makochi or my say, Budi dream. Lemon or my hand no maybe or bedan so maybe or bedan the Casabi or Becassa. Maybe I'm sure my or my here to say, but I'm far from the hour. Musafunasam. Eben end this for him. Eben of Fusuquachi, Ayan. Why are they in the haste? Say Oman Penny say Mati security Mama security committee security agencies and directive. Say Munshishim Money Penance Omunyantanasi Omunshai. In fact, Osabe Bonten car said Omato Monsa friend Ntim for John Ntim for John by Ntim for John quickly responded. Say Obian friend or no bien share let a bien noir or invitation bien noir a war. And the question is, area for su kwachi, when ya information way here, hand a catcher and say, or my friend, you ran Ntim for John on quiet. Two, the assignment na kakran said, and somewhere question in Sir security agencies here. You are aviation security woman boy. O my what is for Makasa? Ghana police, what is for Makasa? Nako. What is
maybe that's where we have to channel our energies towards, because I'm getting worried that such a sensitive issue, Eteki and Felix Bekawe and Ntim for Bekawe is bigger than the two personalities at this point, because these are entities that are supposed to speak to the matter.
Yes,
but it's also worrying that through Reverend Ntim Fojo, more than CB a bit who said, because clearly. The narrative, I'm also just checking the Grand Canary and checking the numbers and all those things. It's contrary to what the minister said. Why don't you knock all of us off and then you're inquiring Preko? Because the holes in the communication of the minister are obvious. No doubt about that. Now, most of the presentations, I say, just to get a certain attention or get a certain view. We cannot jostle like that with this country. That's the point.
If we say, the posture of Honorable Ntim Fojo was to provide information to the government. Omamba Pebiano said, almost a baby a suspicious, that baby Koduah. I said, the say, I'm paying for extra suit. And so, yet, Banaka, as a community, Yasoja, boy and Sama Ntim Fojo. So, why are they said, send me one can and one to not share by addresses to say, play me a new Bia so memoir. It's Yashisham, your Musa said, play no, a free fan a BC year, then a BC year. Can you buy? Said okay.
But we know some money more worry when we have aviation people at work still, when we have the CID at work, when we have the NIB at work, the National Security at work, NACOM, and none of these entities.
And so far, because you know why? Because they are being prevented from talking.
Nobody is being prevented. Did you do it during your time? Did you prevent somebody from I'm saying, did you prevent people from talking your time? But that's what I'm saying. Let's not even go there. You did not prevent anybody from speaking to the facts. Why do you assume today that somebody is preventing somebody? It's worrying. Because we can leave those places. It's worrying.
The posture of Aban 24. Because why? And then, Nilam Teva that point. No, I saw no Kasa. Omani Buama, no, I saw no Kasa. Suhini, no asore no akasa. Mutala, no asore no akasa. Ofosu Kwachi, no asore akasa. Why? Adentina say indeed, bibie no one we have nothing to hide that. Adentina yema agencies na nyom adwuma. In any case, o man penny kra, ye man penny say yema security agencies for no entrance in adwuma. Na say be omo nya adwuma for report maye, omo ka hwente, omo kan cho so ntimi nya adwuma. Na wo swafo abati asim. Na wo na wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu a and now you a security agency for the Bible. Maybe
he has a briefing. That's why I'm putting permission. Let's try and get out to the minister for him to get.
I'll be very happy. Say, Musabekan. No one say briefing or what? O man penia Ghana ya to abama no any. O man penia ma directive say abedwe konkot sansi any investigation. Now wo say bu na on the to abama. Now it's be kanta do man penia e kan. In any case, bedu wo haka you are for scratch. So ko man penia nedi. They say why undermine the authority of the president.
The last time I heard him talk was on Nikosi. He said that he has the express consent of the president to speak to the matter.
President Emeka Bibia, so man, because the president Emeka and the Ghana Funi.
I said, better than on Wakasa, any man paying the money.
The committee now on man penny say what you know, Obeka Dada Ghana for. If Ofosu Kwachi Asima Wakano is anything to go by, it means say on man penny the Obetro in the Facebook wall, we should take it with a pinch of salt. Fair, o my, ebe se asem no, be de manu siwa, no ma miensa wona so. The be adu sese for the sake of credibility of this country, because no ma ekoso nya, my underestimate say international community o mu de ekoso. Ana no ma bia no hu ebe koso o mem ho a, o mo nya we. Na say CIA ni MI6 na enu enye adwuma. The fact that say Omaye Dini Omako Manuatum no doesn't mean so many the course. And the United Nations for the says it's a worrying issue. There should be investigation. Before say United Nations, because there's a worrying issue, there should be investigation. Or my no do. And the one idea, and look, I said by this time, you make NPP as ever can this as a Kayajama security agencies for your Majuma. But question now, when you have to quite a super busano, a man, and they say, one, you all my flight itinerary. Because as government spokesperson, so the workers away information, with Timber Trans say plane, and no man seen the woman. Oh my, say your flight itinerary now, it may be a plane free by me. And the two, before I said plane, no, a bell and no Ghana. Certainly, there was a communication between the plane and the air traffic control.
Of course. Those details are easy to get out there.
And to them, and aviation. And the aviation said, the same plane to me free.
Baby, I'm going to share with you. There's coordination.
And neighbor. And this information is easier. A bit And the two, was it plane in Ghana? There was a thorough inspection.
Yeah.
How many thorough inspection? Nakok Mebwa.
Yeah.
Airport aviation.
Yeah.
National security.
The intelligence unit should be there.
Intelligence here we are. We are. So we understand. I think for record purposes, no file report.
Yeah.
Report no way. I thought to me, sir. You perceive Busa era for Sukwachi. And they said, plane be able to free Ghana Hebiano. Air traffic control and in the next destination.
That's correct.
And you perceive Busa and says, I have two planes. A free Ghana Hano. A call back to Gran Canaria now. Now I said, Bakwa was still obey RA3 certificate, no, or call Europe. Now so one call Europe.